Well, today we're going to be talking about the Blazar Remus 100mm, only this lens, because this lens is the one that generally has the biggest question marks, and because they say it's softer, the aperture is 2.8, not 2, to the other 65mm 45. There is some other Remus lenses out now, but we're talking about the original set. So we're going to do some work on the 100mm, and we're going to have a look at the diopter on a +1 and a +2, and we're also going to look at the flares, and we're also going to look at the focus. So that's what we're going to focus on in this lens today. So, pun intended. So let's get right into it. So what we're going to do first is we're going to look at the focus, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop it down. So I'm not going to go down to 22, but I'm only going to go down to 16. Now with the stopping down, we're going to start at 2.8, and then we're going to go to 4, and then we're going to go to 8 and 16. I think that's the rate anyway. So you'll see how the focus increases and how the focus improves. I still think that it's not that soft as people may count. But when I go through, you'll see that depending on the way the lighting is, there is a lot of blooming in this lens. And that's one of the reasons why it tends to look soft. It's like there's an opaqueness in just off the out of focus areas. And what it does is it makes it look softer than it really is. It's not that soft. So if you're using it with normal lighting, you're not backlighting or you're not got some strong light near it, or some light shining into the lens, it's actually pretty good. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do this wide open. So we're going to shoot wide open, then we're going to stop it down. And then what we're going to do is once you've done that, then we're going to have a look at the diopter, the +1, and then we're going to look at the +2. Then we're going to, I didn't do the +4 in this one because it's just ridiculously close. You don't need to go that far. So I left that out. And then I used a little light. It does have some flicker in it because it's a bicycle LED light, but it gives you an idea of the flares. So we're using that, and I'll do that at the end. And you'll see when I do that and backlight it, there you see this blooming, especially wide open. So that's what we're going to do. So let's get into it. I think the lens is very usable. The people tend to question this a lot because it looks soft, but you can use it stop down and still get quite a lot of bokeh. I still think even at 2.8, if you've got a low light situation, this lens is still usable if there's not a light or there's not much backlighting where some blooming can occur, or if you haven't got smoke in the air or you haven't got mist or something like that that can cause a lot of blooming that kind of makes the picture look a bit, it just doesn't look right. It makes the mist or whatever a lot more opaque. So in those situations, the blooming of the lens can be a negative. But in general, if you're just filming like normally, this lens is just great, even wide open. So that's my review of it, guys, and I'll see you next vid.